This video is brought to you by Sheath. About 6 months ago, I watched a movie called Finding Jesus, a movie that was a shameless ripoff of Finding Nemo. Now, Finding Nemo is not a stranger when it comes to movies and shows ripping it off. It happens all the time. Like, I'm not even joking, all the time. But then you have Finding Jesus, where not only was it a ripoff, but it also pandered to Christian audiences. And worst of all, this film was awful. I mean, downright garbage! And then they made a sequel. Within 7 months, they released a sequel! No, you can't do that. That's against the law. That's against the Geneva Convention. You're not allowed to do that, Wow Now. You can't do that. You can't just swap out the color palette of the stupid fish and call it a new movie. You didn't even update the back of the box. That's the same description from the first film. That's the exact same description. I thought, for a moment, I really thought you all could have done better. Wow Now Entertainment, I truly gave you a moment of optimism where I thought you could have improved. Maybe some new fish characters, or at least, as I said before, me assuming that there was a color switch of something, just something different, something new, something to say that you tried. This is my fault, though, for having faith in humanity at all. For me to wake up in the morning and to think Finding Jesus 2 might not exist, but then my brain has an aneurysm and it shoots right through my skull, and I wake up with bloodshot eyes realizing that I'm wrong, that there's a universe that I exist in that has Finding Jesus 2. Ah! I know that I ham things up for the video sometimes. I know that I can get a little bit crazy with the energy and really embellish the craziness of these reviews. I'm not joking this time. I really am not. I've seen some bad things, and I still think that The Tales of Akela is worse than this, but the fact that this is a sequel, one of the worst sequels to one of the worst films ever made, I dare you to challenge me here. I dare you to watch this movie and tell me, Saberspark, you're overreacting. I'm not. And if you're not reacting the way that I am, then I question your humanity. Wow Now Entertainment, the company responsible for this film, for this abomination, they have a catalog of films that are shameless, low-tier, garbage ripoffs, one after the other, but to do Finding Jesus, that title itself is so insulting. Finding Nemo? What can we do? Let's sell to Christians. What can we call it? Finding Jesus. Okay, cool. Give me that gun. I'm gonna shoot myself right now. Okay, understood. But hear me out. What if we do a sequel in 7 months? I mean, released. Not into production, but I mean released on Amazon to buy. Well, pin my fins up and crucify me because I am not a believer. But there it is. There's the movie. I watched it. I watched all of it. It was hard. I had to drink to get through this one. And I am going to tell you about my experience. And also, this is your fault. Yeah, the person watching right now. I was going to ignore this one, but I posted about it on Twitter, which led to YouTube. And then folks were like, oh my God, Saber, please watch this one, review it, do an actual full review. And I wanted to watch other things, but now I have to watch this. This is your fault. I did watch it. This blood is on my fish hands. Do fish even have hands? I don't even know. Oh, let's go into it.
Do you feel like a hero yet?
We need to keep moving.
What? The first movie had some pretty notable hallmarks of awfulness. Some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard. It sounds like the voice actors have actual guns pointed at the back of their heads while they record. Read the lines, you stupid fish. Read the lines. We have to pray to God to save our souls, and that Jesus is our favorite. I'm not even joking. That's how they sound.
Get out of here, the both of you.
The voice acting, yeah, I'm hitting it up right out the gate. Wanna know why? Because when you hear it, you question your sanity. You go, no. This can't be the final product. This had to be an error. How was this acceptable? It sounds like these voice actors had their souls sucked out and then they were told, hey, record about saving your eternal soul. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. You got Bane Shark. He's back.
Well, Button has made Mr. Sushi feel terrible. I think poor Mr. Sushi could use some friendly cheer.
You got Joy, you got Muggles, these two idiots that are a combination as far as being characters go, where they sound like cold Christian robots that have an algorithm for spitting out Bible verses, or they are these awful children who constantly scream and gaslight one another, saying, you're the bad person, no, you're the bad person, you're not worthy of Jesus' love.
He started it!
In your dreams, Beta Brain.
Don't talk to my friend that way, Rollface!
On the bike.
Invertebrate!
Oh, by the way, harkening back to the first film, Jesus is an actual human in this universe. Yeah, he's not a fish, but fish have souls. They have fish church. The fish even say, hey, we are, and I quote,
therapists for Jesus.
What? Now, you may be asking right now, are Muggles and Joy a thing? Absolutely not. Joy won't even put up with it. Here you got Muggles being like, it's so nice spending time with you. And Joy is like,
oh, thanks, buddy.
Cool, thanks guy, thanks friend, buddy, good old chum. And something I noticed this time around that I did not take notice of last time is how the narrator in these films constantly reset the days. It's another beautiful day on the reef. It's another beautiful day on the reef. It's another beautiful day on the reef. They do this like 4 times in the film.
It's another beautiful day. Set out to make the most of another blessed day. It's another beautiful day in the ocean.
What's the timeline here? What's going on? We have other notable characters who are back, such as the fan favorite, Mr. Sushi, who just confounds all logic. This guy here is the antithesis of human thinking. Why is there a sushi roll in the ocean? Why? Why does he sound like racist Michael Scott? I'm talking like downright offensive to the nth degree, mocking of this character's accent.
Really?
Really?
Wow! I'd like her to apologize for being so harsh earlier.
What? Am I watching South Park? What is this? There's awkward laughs. There's bad voice acting with these accents where I don't even know what they are. Listen to this fish.
I don't want to disappoint Jesus or lose my friend.
And tell me, is he French? Is he fancy? Is he British? Is he some kind of unholy fusion of all three? I don't know. I don't know what his accent is, but I'll tell you this, Muggles and Joy gaslight his ass into asking for forgiveness from Mr. Sushi because Mr. Sushi was a jerk to him? What? They're like, hey, you shouldn't be mean to Mr. Sushi even though he was really mean to you. Jesus wouldn't like that. Okay, I guess I'll forgive Mr. Sushi. Seems like he's a good guy after all. And of course, there is this entire narrative with Jesus this, Jesus that, and the way they deliver these lines make it sound like a cult. I'm talking like they even say,
Muggles and Joy go to see Professor Shark, filling him in on their new recruits.
New recruits? What are you, raising an army of fish Christians? What? This really redefines the fish on the back of the Christian car. You know what I'm talking about? Little fish figure? No, let's put Muggles there instead. That will probably chase people away from the church. And if it's a church like Mr. Shark's here, Professor Shark, then yeah, keep him far away. And let's talk about Mr. Shark. Can I talk about Mr. Shark? I'm gonna talk about Mr. Shark. This guy has an existential crisis where he's like, oh, I've been a professor for 10 years and the time has gone by. Where am I? And then he has another moment where he's laughing with the fish, like the kids, Joy and Muggles, and he's like, you children. I'm not joking. I'm not even embellishing this. Listen.
You never fail to surprise me, little ones. Never, ever.
You got Wubbly the pinkfish, who's red, and also a starfish. And then the part that gets me the most, the part that made me actually like pause my computer and walk away for 10 minutes because I couldn't take it, was when Muggles and Joy, they were talking to Professor Sharp, and they said something like, in the blink of an eye. And Muggles is like, what does that mean? And Mr. Shark's like, oh, that's right. You all don't have those kind of membranes on your eyes, so you don't know what blinking is. You don't blink. He says this with them blinking in the background.
But you little fish don't blink or even close your eyes ever.
Did the writers not talk to the animators? Did they just write a script up and said, oh, screw it. Who cares? It's for stupid Christian children and their dumb grandmas. They don't care. If they buy this movie, they won't care. Ah! And also he mentions the riot act. Because, that's what children know. The riot act.
I was going to read you to the riot act. I had a speech all prepared and everything.
I hate this movie with every fiber of my being. I hate this movie. I hate it. I know that there's the Tales of Akela, which I've said on my channel is the worst film I've ever seen. On a merit level of review. When it comes to the writing, the editing, the voice acting, the pacing, yes, Akela is worse. When it comes from a place of genuine creation, as in, why are you making this? Finding Jesus 2 is so much worse. Writing's bad, the message is awful, so much gaslighting that it almost seems hypocritical to your Christian message of forgiveness. There's no continuity as far as, again, like I said, the blinking, the motherfucking blinking. And then, of course, the predatory nature of these movies, where you are looking for foolish Christians to buy this garbage, trying to trick them into thinking it's Finding Nemo. It's not. It's an awful ripoff with low quality, no effort, riding the tailcoats of greater films. You don't deserve anything. Wow, now, you're garbage, you're an awful company, and you are the bottom of the barrel. The most anybody could hope for from you all is something that is so bad that we can laugh at it and point at you on the internet and say, garbage, garbage movie, garbage. I hope the BP oil spill finds your reef. It kills Muggles and Joy. And that's all I have to say about that, guys. That's it. I'm done with this. I'm so done with this film. I need to walk away. I need to go watch Total Drama or something else, just something to clean my palate, because this one sucked. Actually, I think I'm gonna take this video cover and I'm gonna crucify it old school. Let's put this thing up and let it serve as a reminder to all the other Christian fish out there to not watch this film. Amen.
You can make a religion out of this. No, don't.
Hey folks, how's it going? A big shout out to today's sponsor, Sheath. That's right, I'm promoting underpants. Don't click off, all right? I know you guys are probably going like, okay, where is this going to end? Underpants, for real? Hear me out, okay? I have never worn a more comfortable, secure pair of boxer briefs in my entire life. And I mean that. I've been wearing these for 2 or 3 weeks now. I mean, I wash them, obviously. I do. I really do, okay? Vibe with me here. We've all been in this place where we're little stupid boys growing up with our colored underpants, and then we upgrade to whitey tidies. I'm a man now. But then you're like, boxers. And in your middle school years, you're wearing your boxers, and you're like, they're kind of cool. They're sticking out of my pants. I look neat. But then you realize, they're not as comfortable as they could be. Time to upgrade to boxer briefs, which in a lot of ways are considered the magnum opus of underpants. You can't do much better than boxer briefs. I was wrong. Sheath here introduced me to the wonderful world of pouches, which blew my mind. I did not even know that was a thing, where it's kind of like a support bra, but for your junk. And it's a concept when I saw it, when I opened up the underpants and I saw this pouch here at the front, I'm like, what? How's this going to work? I guess when you're used to a certain status quo, you start to get comfortable in that mindset and don't ask yourself, what can I do to improve this? Until Sheath was like, let me list the ways. This pouch that they have on their underpants, it is revolutionary. Like, I went out running and I put my junk in the pouch. Yes, we're talking about Saberspark's junk. I was gonna put my avatar on screen for this, but I figured no, you don't even have a lower body. You got to see me for this. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye as I talk about my junk. To have it secured, where it's not rubbing up against my thighs, where it is like in place, supported, comfortable, not chafing, and it's nice and cool. This blows my mind. It's like that Squidward where he's like, all the years wasted. I got the blue ones. I got the camouflage ones, which I kind of lost because I couldn't find them, you know. It's a joke. I have, so I'm actually wearing the other pair and a cord. Okay, I think I actually got to take these off. I'll be right back. I'm not taking them off on stream. I gotta close the window. Don't look at me. I gotta close the window. Don't look at me. Oh my God. I feel like YouTube's gonna like block me here. I'm gonna put a little blur down below my pants. Ta-da! There they are. We keep it real here on this channel. We really do. It is just so cool how these things have compartments, 3 individual compartments to secure your boys, keep them safe, keep your junk supported. When I went running and my junk was like secured and not hitting up against my legs, I don't even know how to put it into words. It's like, again, I mentioned like whitey tighties to boxers to boxer briefs to this. This is the pinnacle right here. It also comes with this thing. I don't know what it is. I tried it on before. I did some B-roll before doing this video, and I kind of laughed because I looked like some kind of babushka from Russia. You know, is that what it is? The grandmas from Russia. Babushkas, right? I'm just like saying the word babushka, apparently. I actually love the origin story for Sheath because it was created by a US soldier in Iraq. He was like on his second tour and he chafed a lot. And it's like, gosh, if only there was a way to keep my junk from getting obliterated by the heat and by chafing and whatnot. And it's like, boom, there's your answer. It really is. I genuinely mean it. Guys, you'll like this. It is a vast improvement and it's worth really looking into. So if you want to upgrade your underpants to like the Super Saiyan level, yeah, that's right, I made an anime reference, what's up? Click the link down below in the description, use my code Saberspark, or go to sheathunderwear.com/Saberspark to get 20% off your order. Your junk will thank you, it really will. Your balls and your other equipment will be like, oh my God, finally. I don't have to be just smacking around thighs like some kind of bell, you know how bells work, the little ding dong ding. Yeah, okay, I'm being a bit juvenile now. Honestly, your junk will thank you. I highly recommend Sheath. Go check them out.